Hey guys, I'm Dylan. I am a content creator here in the Plaid studio, and I am joined in the studio with my cohort here, Tanisha.
Hello, everyone.
Tanisha will be answering questions, and today we are going to be talking all about our brand new addition to the FolkArt line, which is FolkArt Drizzle. Now, FolkArt Drizzle, if you don't know, is a complete fluid art painting program. So we have a bunch of different paint formulas to go through, tools, paint sets. There's so much to cover, but we have linked everything in the description of this video, so you can find the link to Michael's. Our plaidonline.com/drizzle will drive you to everything. We have a YouTube playlist here, so go into the description and explore and find everything there is to know. But I also want to just introduce you to the whole program. So there are a few things to know getting started. Now, I know a lot of people out there may already be pouring with a bunch of different paints that are out there on the market, but I just want you to know that this is one of the most exciting ones to hit the market. It is pre-mixed with a glossy finish, acrylic pouring medium. So you don't have to do any kind of mixing to get this paint ready to perform for you. It is ready to go out of the bottle. And like I said, we have so many different tools that give you really, really easy techniques. The great thing about this program is that we have taken all of the guesswork out of pouring for you. All you have to do is grab a few colors, grab a tool, and you can get started pouring. So on that topic, we have put together a really great guide for you. This is our Get Your Pour On guide. Now, you can find this by going to plaidonline.com/drizzle. That you will find, like I said, you'll find a bunch of our videos. You will be linked to the Michael's store to check out the whole collection. But this is a great guide that is available on there. It's a printable and it's totally free. And what we've done is kind of explain the drizzle formula, the tools that we have, and the kits. And then we dive into the different techniques. Now, I realize a lot of people out there may not have ever poured with acrylic paint before, and this is really a great place to start. Or if you are a professional pouring artist, this is a great formula for you because it kind of eliminates a few of the steps of sealing your paintings afterwards, which we'll get into the live stream. But you can see that we have a bunch of different tools that just give you these techniques. All you have to do, pick some colors, pick a tool, and all of these techniques can be achieved. It's really, really simple, and it's super, super fun. We give you some suggestions on supplies to have on hand. Now, again, if you are new to pouring, there are a few things that we recommend that you have, like gloves. FolkArt Drizzle is a water-based and non-toxic paint formula. However, it does get a little messy, and you want to make sure that you are covering your workspace with craft paper, wearing those gloves if you're moving between projects. But like I said, if you are just doing one project at a time, you can get some of the paint on your hands, and it washes off really, really easily with soap and water. We like to have wipes and paper towels on the side too. It's really, really useful to keep your hands and your workspace clean throughout the pour. And we also have some additional supplies that you can do depending on the different types of pours, which would be a silicone oil. If you're familiar with pouring, you can get cells or little round obtrusions in your canvas that look really psychedelic and cool. And then we also, from time to time, use a butane torch to pop any bubbles. So there are a few things to getting started, and those are just a few of them. But please, we encourage you to pick up this guide. It's a great way to get started with pouring. Now, I kind of want to jump right in and explain to you the easiest way I would take this program piece by piece. So one of our favorite tools is this 7-slotted cup. So you can see that we've developed all these different styles of cups to fill with different chambers of paint. So this one has 7 different chambers. We also offer a 3-chamber cup, and I always recommend these as a good starting point. This is the best place if you've never poured before or you're just nervous about your color palettes and picking color palettes. This is a great way to get a perfect result right off the bat because the cup kind of does all of the work for you. So like I said, we're going to be using the 7-slot cup today. And I want to give you another little tip that we have for you. If you are painting on a canvas like this one, this is just a rectangular canvas. And what we like to do to keep our canvases elevated off of our workplace, we like to use push pins. So if you have some push pins at home, we put push pins in the corners of our canvas to keep them elevated. And you might be wondering why I have a baking sheet sitting here on my table. This is a non-stick baking sheet, and we love these because after you've done your pour, all of that paint stays in the bottom of the pan, and it's really easy to remove because of that non-stick coating, and we like to craft with that paint. Here at Plaid, we refer to all that leftover paint as a paint skin. So it's a really kind of a different way to view pouring art, and it's a really, really fun thing to get into. It goes along great with Mod Podge and a few of our other products. Okay, so after you have placed your push pins in the back of your canvas, we're kind of ready to pour. Now, I want to go over a few of the different formulas for you. So we have our original formula, and they come in these awesome 17.5-ounce bottles. They're really big. You can do so many projects with these. And these, we have done so many different trendy colors in this palette. You can see all of these bright pops of color. We have just so many different colors to choose from. And the great thing about this paint is if we don't have a color in the bottle that you are looking for, you can blend them together and make your own custom colors. So there are so many different possibilities. Now that is our original formula, but we also have a bunch of different specialty formulas. So we have about 3 other specialties, and the first is our glitter. Now this is our liquid glitter. This is our Gold Rush color, and this is suspended in a milky base. And once this base dries, you have bright, bright, brilliant gold glitter left on your canvas. It's really, really fun to pour with straight glitter. Then we have our metallics. This is our Cloud Surf color, this pearly white color. This is that beautiful pearl metallic that you're probably used to that we offer in our other folk art lines. It's just really rich and brilliant, and it gives you that beautiful round highlight on your canvases, and you'll see a lot of swirly patterns that really come to life with that. And then finally, we have our flash iridescence. Now, if you're familiar with our color shift pigments in our regular folk art line, these are very similar to those. Those have a iridescent shift capability that in certain lights they'll look one color and in other lights they'll look another. So this one shifts from an aqua to like a lavendery purple. So these are really fun to include in your pours as well. So for our first pour, like I said, we are going to use our 7-slotted cup, and we're just going to do a rainbow pour. So I know everybody with pouring is really into a bunch of different colors, so I thought, what a great project to start with all the bright pops of color and make a rainbow. So we're going to start with our color Lava. And it's super easy to just pour your color right into that chamber, fill it up just under the top. I'm actually going to switch cups here. The great thing about these cups is that they are super versatile, and you're able to use them for all kinds of different color palettes. Now, we also offer all kinds of different kits. So you'll see here we're going to be working with this neon kit. This is our beautiful 4-piece set. It includes Island Hop, neon yellow, neon pop, and neon limeade. These are great if you are new to pouring and you're not sure where to start. Those are a great starting point. And we have a bunch of different other colorways as well. But like I said, we're going to go with our rainbow.
Dylan, people in the comments are excited. We have one from Elisa's Artography, and she says, "Hi, I'm so excited for this line."
Yes, it is like, it's one of the coolest things to hit this company in a very long time. You know, so many years of work has gone into this. We have done so much research on what people prefer in the pouring industry. You know, there's so many different greats in the fluid art field, and we really tried to cater this product to everyone. We didn't want to leave any formula or attribute left unturned here. So many people here at Plaid have worked on this. Our paint team is amazing. Mandy Patterson, Maria Marrero, Phoebe Clark, Margaret Sunday. We've had so much great support in making this product. So I encourage you to try it out because we have done all of the work for you, and we want you to have a perfect result with whatever kind of project you are attempting. All right, I'm sure we have some people that are very satisfied with this type of project coming out of the bottle and right into its individual chamber. And we also want to make sure that you guys are tuning back in. The next few weeks are going to be heavy with our Drizzle content because we are just so excited to share it with you. Again, it is exclusive at Michael's. So it is in stores now and online. So like I said, the link is in the description if you want to head over to the Michael's store and see the entire collection. There is a lot to see. Almost wrapped up here.
So we have some more people talking. One from Vancouver, Canada.
Okay, okay.
So that's exciting.
Welcome.
We have a couple people saying, thank you for this demo. It's very informative. Oh, another from Canada, from Ontario.
We're just hitting the right time here.
I guess.
Well, welcome in, you guys. Again, we're talking about FolkArt Drizzle, the complete fluid art painting program exclusive at Michael's. So make sure to go to your local Michael's store and check this out, because this is an exciting product that I want everybody to get into, because, you know, a lot of pouring products on the market, you have to mix your own ratios of your formulas, and it can get very, very tricky if you are new to the program and new to the art form. So we've really tried to make this as easy as possible. So like I said, I am going to put on some gloves. These are just some vinyl gloves, and I am just wearing these because I am going to be cycling through a few different projects, and I don't want to get any paint on my projects. But this is totally washable, non-toxic, water-based. So if you want to pour just using your hands and get really messy, we encourage you to do that as well. Okay, the moment we've all been waiting for. We've got this beautiful cup with all of these amazing colors. You can see what a great array those are. And it's as simple as pouring them onto the canvas. So you can kind of, once you start pouring, you'll get an idea of how paint lays on the canvas and how it spreads. So you'll understand a little bit more of what technique or approach to go with, but if you're new to it, just give it a try. And we're just going to spread it on the canvas, and then we are going to swirl it around. So that is the basis of all pouring. We are going to spread the paint and swirl.
It already looks fantastic just in the cup.
Yep, okay. Let's give it a try here. This is awesome. It's so good. This looks like candy. It's crazy how beautiful these colors are. Oh, this is awesome. This is giving some Lisa Frank fantasy for those color fans out there. Okay, now we are going to swirl this around, and I'm really excited because I have not done a color combination like this in a long time. And I think this is going to be awesome. Okay, so we are going to swirl it around. This is where the magic happens. And when you're swirling, you just kind of want to go back and forth, like, you know, kind of let the paint decide. You know, I know that's kind of an ambiguous thing to say, but you want to let the paint figure out where it wants to go, and then you can kind of suggest places for it to move. This is a keeper. This is a good one. Ah.
It's looking really good, really bright. It's not getting muddy at all, which is really nice when you're using multiple colors next to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Tanisha brings up a good point. You know, a lot of paints, if you were to just use your paint right out of the bottle and try and pour it onto your canvas and then walk away and try and swirl it around, you wouldn't necessarily get these really bright colors. Eventually the paint would kind of blend together and you wouldn't get this beautiful separation. Now that's not to say that these don't blend in a really good way. When you're doing like a dirty pour, when you have all of your colors in the same cup, and they start to mix a little bit. They do still stay separate, but they don't muddy down into a brown color. They just kind of mingle together and create a third color, and it's really, really quite beautiful. Okay, I'm very, very pleased with that. That is one of the coolest canvases we've done in a while. So I'm going to pass this off onto our table, and we got a little paint on the table, so it's sticking a bit. Thank you. Okay, still reeling from that. That was the coolest project I've done in a minute. Tanisha and I have been going live on our Instagram all week to show you all the different kits and tools. So if you don't follow us on Instagram, make sure that you are following the Plaid Crafts Instagram channel and looking out for our stories, because we're going to be teaching a bunch of classes and tutorials and live streams all the next few weeks. Okay. So this is our second pour. I'm going to do 3 pours for you total. This is our second one, and we're going to highlight our Volcano strainer set. So these are 2 pieces. They come with a bottom piece and a top, and you can mix and match as far as all the different sizes and shapes that we have. You have 2 of the smaller ones and 2 of the larger ones. And I'm going to try one of these smaller guys. And this is a totally different pouring technique that you may not be familiar with. but this is a volcano pour, and we're going to use all three of those specialty colors. So our flash iridescent, this is Mint 2B Flash, got all kinds of great names. Cloud Surf, our pearl white metallic, and our beautiful Gold Rush gold glitter. Again, this is a crazy, crazy good one. And Tanisha, would you actually grab the gold canvas I have on that back table? I just want to show you how amazing the gold glitter dries down, because when we pour with it, you're gonna be a skeptic. You're gonna say that this is a little bit cloudy, you can't really see the glitter, but I've got this sample for you that we did the other day, and you're gonna see, kapow. Look at that. That is straight up gold glitter on that canvas. Now, like I said, it comes out of the bottle with this kind of semi-transparent white base, but as soon as it dries, it is beautiful, perfect gold-toned glitter. So that's what we're going to be doing in this one.
That looked really nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Okay, so let's get started. One of the great things about our drizzle paint is that you can use it right out of the bottle. So I am just going to pop open the cap, and we're going to pour right onto our volcano. Now, the volcano technique is one where you pour directly onto the tool, and we will really carefully remove it once we're done with our project. So you'll see the paint kind of cascades down the sides there. Going in with our Mint 2B Flash. And then our Cloud Surf. And one of the great things about FolkArt Drizzle is it dries to a glossy sheen. So you might, if you're new to pouring paint, usually you will do a pour and then you will let it dry, and then you have to put a top coat on it because that paint is a little bit fragile. The great thing about Drizzle is that we have included that sealer in this formula, so that glossy finish, as soon as you're done with your project and it is fully dry after about a day or so of curing, you're done. You can put it on your wall and you are ready to get going, which is one of the best things, because I don't know about you, but I am very impatient when it comes to art. I want all the results of the art piece, but I don't want to have to wait and have any kind of lengthy wait time or dry time. So this really makes it really helpful, because then you eliminate that center step. So you see how cool that like mod flower design is? When we lift our volcano off, we're just going to kind of spread that design a little bit, and it'll sort of remain on the canvas, which is a really, really cool technique. Now, FolkArt Drizzle is also indoor and outdoor, so if you have a patio, a back patio, a covered patio or something that you want to do, like maybe a beach house scene if you live by a lake or a beach, you could do that and hang it outside, and this will stand up to the elements. And you know, we've done a lot of different kinds of planters and outdoor pieces. You can also veer away from canvases. Canvases aren't the only thing that you can paint drizzle with. You can do 3D objects like lamps. You can use those paint skins on fabric lampshades. There's just so many possibilities. Okay, I'm going to do, I think, one more round of glitter here. And then we're going to remove our volcano. Now, one tip I will say about the volcano is that you want to be really careful when you're removing it. These kind of form a bit of a bubble of the paint underneath, so you want to gently lift the whole thing, top and bottom, and kind of let that bubble pop, and then move your tool to the side, because you don't want any drips from your volcano to get onto your pour. But it's totally okay if that does happen, which it very may could. Okay, so we're going to grab this, lift it up, bring it over. Look at that, a perfect reveal. I'm just going to move this side to side just to spread it out a little bit, but I'm going to try and keep as much of that design on there as possible, because I love it. Oh, so good. Sometimes you do these and you're just like, good job, good job.
It looks really nice.
We did good today. Okay, and there is a tiny bubble there, and I'm just going to grab my push pin, pop it. And you see that will all dry down really, really nice and smooth, and we will be ready to go. As soon as this is dry, give it about a day or two, depending on the humidity in your location, and this guy will be dry to the touch with that beautiful glossy finish, and you can hang that right on your wall. All right, so as we're doing this, is anybody asking any other questions? Do we have any other viewers from interesting
No,
places?
we do have a lot of heart eyes for rainbows and glitter.
Of course. I agree.
And I'm
Okay.
sure we will get some heart eyes for that last one. That was a very nice home decor looking one.
Sometimes, like that's the other thing. I think pouring is often associated with like childish art or kids art, which it totally can be. It's a great thing for high schoolers, tweens, teens to use this product. However, it's not just limited to those amazing, bright, vibrant colors. You can do more home decor color palettes with the colors that we have in the line, and you can blend your own colors. Okay, for our final project, we are going to work on something a little different. We're going to do kind of a cool take on kind of an 80s inspired project, and we are going to do a drip canvas. So one of the great tools that we have in the line are our dropper tools. So you can find these in our drop, swipe, stir tool kit. You get 4 dropper tools, and these are plastic suction tubes here with silicone caps on them so that you can remove them, and they're really nice for your projects. You can just pop them off and you can put them right into your paint and suck up your paint just like that, and then you can drop that onto your canvas. Now, Tanisha and I did a really cool canvas earlier this week. If you haven't seen it, go over to our Instagram stories. We did a giant 3x4 foot canvas, and we splattered using these dropper tools and the bottles from our neon light colorway kit. So you can get all 4 of these colors in this kit. If you're new to pouring, like I said, it's really easy to just grab one of the kits because you don't have to think much about what colors go together. We've done all the work for you. So I'm going to set that aside, and we have gone ahead and poured those out into cups. And I'm going to craft a little bit differently for this one. We're going to craft to the front of the camera. And I have one of these old-fashioned clear glass blocks, and I like to use these to craft with because I can lean my canvases up against them. So we're going to lean this right here, and then we're going to use our droppers, and we're going to do drips of paint down this canvas. So this is a really fun thing. Like I said, we did a giant one, and it works the exact same way on a huge canvas versus this small 8x10, and I encourage you to try it because it's a really, really fun method. Again, we're just working in our non-stick baking sheet here, and I have this rested up against my glass block. And we're just going to start. We're just going to go in here. I think, the way we've done the kit, it goes pink to green, so I think I'm going to follow that color palette exactly, just because it's a really good suggestion. The colors really flow. So I'm just going to go across the top of my canvas. I'm going to pull some pink up. And it's as simple as dropping some down.
You mentioned Lisa Frank earlier. This is a very Lisa Frank.
Oh yeah, this is 90s vibes,
yes.
80s vibes. This is some cool stuff.
Trapper Keeper colors.
Oh yeah.
Which always look fantastic on black.
Oh yeah. I did forget to mention that. I did base coat this canvas black, but you could base coat it with a navy blue, or you could do it right on the white as well. That kind of gives like a white party vibe. Kind of a neat, different look.
Mm-hmm. And they do have pre-made black canvases now. I see that a lot.
Yeah, absolutely.
A simple.
Michaels
Simple
has
way to
so
do
many different canvas choices. I also encourage people not to just use rectangular canvases. Like there are so many amazing shapes on the market now, hearts and stars and circles. Really the sky's the limit there.
It's nice how it drips so straight.
I know. This is a technique I've developed over time, and it really is tried and true. It's kind of simple with this big glass block, but works pretty well. And really, you could use anything, like some old books or a really heavy cup, anything you have. That's the great thing about pouring, too. You'll see a lot of like DIY culture of using all kinds of different tools and household items. So Drizzle's perfect for that because we've taken all the guesswork out of the paint, so you can use all that guesswork time to come up with some different techniques with things you have around the house. Okay, I'm gonna, I think, mingle some of our colors here. And like I said, the great thing about FolkArt Drizzle is that the colors stay really separate. We do a really good job of that. So you're able to do this where we're gonna have a little bit of blending just because they're running together, but they're not gonna get muddy. They're gonna stay really nice and separate. This also kind of reminds me of that 2010 trend of like the crayon canvases.
Oh, yes.
Where you would use a hairdryer to melt it. And see, this is just fun to try, you know. There's a lot of choices that have to be made usually when you're making art, and we've really tried to make that as easy as possible with all these different colored kits. We have 4 different kits for you to try, and there's just so many different possibilities. Honestly, like the colors that you can make from these colors also by just mixing them together in cups and then pouring with them, it's crazy. You think these are really bright colors, but we've really designed these so that they can work with a ton of different color combinations. So you're really not limited.
Paint pouring reminds me a lot of using resin, because you never 100% know what you're going to get.
Right, right.
You know, and you just kind of have to trust the process and do what you know. And 99% of the time, it's surprising and beautiful.
Absolutely. So I think that's all that we have for you today, guys. This is FolkArt Drizzle, our brand new addition to the FolkArt line. You can find this exclusively at Michael's. Check the description for all of the different links. We have a great playlist here on YouTube with videos explaining all the different tools, the formula, and the program in general. So I encourage you to watch those. They're a quick 3-minute watch, and you will understand the entire amazing collection that we have for you available now at Michael's. So we will see you guys again next week. So thanks. Bye, guys.